Blocks too. Yep. So I don't know, man. Dying cat under the hood. I love supercharger whine. I think that's the sexiest noise ever from a car. View count makes you almost immune to punishment though. It doesn't make you immune. It just, you have a different set of standards. And I understand it. Because you got to remember, at the end of the day, what are most people on this server for, right? Not everybody who's just trying to provide some entertainment for themselves. It's a source of income. And I get that. I get that. Like I said, it's a gift and a curse, but I understand it. And it's something that, you know, I've learned to become accustomed to. I've bitched and complained in the past, right? Bitches to their fellow role players until enough is enough. Because you're not really worried about somebody else's view count. You're not really worried about it, somebody else's situation. You're just worried about yourself. That's all. Your fan base is already there though. They could easily switch it up and not be bitching. But we're not gonna sit on one specific group. It's just I don't know how things were going to be. It'd be better, but there's no set standard, and which is the issue sometimes, and that's how I feel sometimes. Like I look for guidance from some people, and I'd be like, how do you want us to role play? How do you want the police to role play? Because that's, you know, generally what I care about. How do we deal with some of these situations without making people angry? And it's a hard answer. Like, I understand from all point of views, from Koil's point of view, you know, Koil's trying to make everybody happy, a fuck ton of people happy. His job, I think he has the hardest, excuse me, and the toughest job in this community. He's trying to make everybody happy. He tries his best, but it's literally impossible. It is literally impossible. Crims want cops to be NPCs, and that, you know. Where's Stripper Mendoza? I haven't seen her. I don't know where she is. I think she's wasn't she in LA with X? She said she'll be around tomorrow for the meeting. 50 cuff breaks. Cops can't really do much without being more aggressive. I absolutely hate that shit. Blackout. That's one of my pet peeves. So where we go to a bank heist, and there's like 8 cars involved that are playing interference. There's 17 car swaps, and we've been able to get one dude out of a car, and we're chasing him down. We've cuffed him 83 times, and everybody's refusing to use more force to get this person into custody because they're afraid. Rightfully so. Depending on what group you're dealing with. If you're dealing with X's community, and I'm not saying it's X's fault. If you're dealing with X's community, you're gonna catch some shit, dude. Regardless if they got away from the loot. There was I think it was last week where they did a vault. Yeah, was it last week where they did the vault, and they took us into a street race, and then took us into all these swaps and all this shit. And when I was on the radio telling everybody, hey dude, we've allowed all these swaps, we've allowed all of these cuff breaks, please fucking use your fist or use your flashlight or something. You know how many people from X's community, while I was not streaming, came over to my chat and just started talking shit? It always happens. And they literally got away with the loot. They won that scenario. They fucking outgamed us. But the fact that fucking X got caught, they still came over here, we're talking shit. He went to jail for, like, I don't know, like an hour, which he can, you know, reduce by doing the shit. They had the loot, and they still came over and were just talking shit. And I'm like, dude, are you serious right now? What do you expect from children who watch X? I don't know, man. I just expect people to be better, dude. I really do expect people to be better. I know the world isn't perfect, and I know there are fucking horrible people on this planet. You know, I've seen the real world. I don't stay inside all day. I'm outside on the streets every day, so I see what people do to each other. And I should understand that human beings are assholes to each other, but you know, it still hurts a little bit when people are like, you know, say fucked up things to you when you didn't even do anything. You're trying to role play. Like, I'm literally, you know, I get on the server for my own entertainment, dude. I enjoy this shit. I enjoy it a lot. I love chopping it up with people, man. I'll ignore calls and I'll just go over to Little Soul and just, you know, fuck around with the chain gang because they're cool. I kind of like them, right? Or I'll try to call Buddha because I like Buddha. I like Blastoise. I like all of these people. You know. Would be a hardcore server, but that I don't think that's gonna solve it. People are gonna realize that the hardcore server it's hella rough, dude. I can't just ask for no spike strips and free passage and expect to get away. Did I get my chain? I did get my chain. I got my chain 2 days ago. Where's Cornwood? I have no idea where Cornwood is. Probably playing Madden. But that's just it, man. I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to talk to anybody. I'm willing to try to figure out anything. I'm willing to let anybody fucking vent to me. You know, people that are having a horrible time, and hear them out. Like I said, a lot of the stuff that was said yesterday on some stream, I don't agree with. I just think it's illogical. Some of it was like, hey, you know, I'm in this A+ car that I can't leave. All these people are interfering, but you should treat me the same. Even though they're interfering there, and you guys know that they're part of whatever this is, you guys shouldn't escalate on me. Just treat me the same. Just have your 4 people or whatever, no air, you know, air 1 or nothing. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know, in the beginning, yes, this is an A+ boost, right? We have our 4 cops on it, plus our whatever, 2 interceptors and 2 Crown Vics or whatever. But then we had cops getting shot. We had cops getting rammed. We had all kinds of shit. So then you had more cops coming, and then you had Air 1. Like, you have to understand, if you do something, we're gonna escalate. But if you're expecting the same response, and you just get to just fucking shoot us and pick us off, and then that ends the situation, I don't think that makes any sense. That makes 0 sense to me. 0. For every action, there's an equal or opposite reaction. If you do something, we're gonna do something bigger. That's what makes sense in my mind. But he doesn't agree. Okay. They want to balance, but police aren't supposed to be balanced. And I ask this every meeting. We're gonna have a meeting on Sunday, and I'm gonna pose the same question. Do you want the police to be another gang? Is that what you want? Do you want us just to be, you know, the 6-on-6 whatever crime, you know, PvP match? Is that what you want?
Be northbound Elgin.
Or do you want it a little bit tough, because your A+ boost is not going to be as fun if we don't respond. It's not. That's what makes it kind of fun. It makes it exhilarating. It makes it, you know, pog when you get away, or whenever you do something crazy that, you know, makes us crash or blow up or die. That's where the excitement comes from. You know, people go crazy over, okay, the police got fucked up. You know, why do you think, and not knocking them, why do you think CG, you know,
have a good night, guys.
CG gets excited when they wipe like 30 cops. That's exhilarating. You know, it was 6 of them versus 30 cops. All of the cops died. We wiped them all. We got away. Police force wipes should never happen. I used to think that. What I'm content with it is, like, if we die, you know, that's why I just embrace the fucking being on the floor RP. I'll just go spend my time hanging out with EMS and give them some role play, go hang out with the doctors, then go about my day. You don't think they understand? I think a lot of people don't understand escalation. I think, and a lot of decision making in this server sometimes with people, and sometimes when they're like shoot people, it actually scares me on what their mindset might be. This is completely off topic, but what people believe in their mind to be like a self-defense issue, and they just completely murder somebody, and I'm just like, dude, are you sure?
Yeah, we're going for the jump.
I hope I never have to run into you, because that's just fucking special as fuck, dude. I don't know about that one.
They're going to be
If you think this way, dude,
taking the cafe.
You can stay.
There's 15-year-old juicers grow up and get their first experience with police IRL. Oh boy. The funny thing yesterday for yesterday's talk was the Hutch question of do police spike non-moving vehicles?
Yeah,
and it just you know, he's a baseball player, so I thought that he would get out a little bit more and just understand that real world, you know, we're not in a game of balance. Police are not in a game of balance. Like if we come across a felonious vehicle, a vehicle that's involved in some sort of violent act or whatever, we try to prevent the chase. We prevent the pursuit, because the pursuit is deadly. It's going to end one way, and it always ends this way, with the suspect crashing. It's either going to be, you know, we stop it somehow, or they crash into some random Joe Schmo who's just coming home from fucking work or hanging out with his boys or going to dinner with a brand new girlfriend or some shit and killing them. So we tried to prevent that. If I come across a car, we're gonna try every way to disable it if the suspect's not in it, right? We're gonna try every way to disable it so they don't get mobile. That's the end goal. Don't let it get mobile. Sometimes chance contacts happen, you know, like I ran into a carjacking vehicle last week. There's nothing else I could do to prevent the chase. I had to chase it, right? That's a violent felony. If I let this car get away, the likelihood of them continue their violent assault and probably carjacking another car or potentially killing somebody because they're trying to rob somebody and they intervene is very high. So I had no choice but to chase this car. But if a car is parked and somebody's sleeping in it or it's unoccupied, yes, I'm gonna go. You guys have seen it, and I'll show you guys tomorrow. I'll pull it up and I'll turn on my camera. I'll go place something on a tire that's very hidden, so when the person comes back to their car, it pops their tire. Or we have a plethora of things. I've placed trackers on cars before, you know. So it's real world is not about fair and balance, dude. But they provide content. Imagine if GTA, the molding would increase. If I could put a tracker on a car while it was parked somewhere, you know, people would get upset. But these are real tools that we have at our disposal. We have so many things to prevent a pursuit, or prevent, like, you know, a violent assault, or using a car as a weapon. All these things. If you get really, dude, yeah. If they're like, really, dude, you're just gonna keep tasing and cuffing me? I'll be like, bro, you're free to go. I don't want your chat to come over and yell at me, dude. Please. With their end stream, right? Yeah. Yeah. We gotta be aware of their stream, dude. But like I said, I understand all those things.
Should we go and assist?
Just put a cadet in their trunk.
It'll all be in Sandy Shores area. It's operating on channel 8. You can hop over there and ask.
Yeah, that's my.
Jump on channel 8. See what's up.
Okay, this is why I shouldn't be driving this. This feels so different. It sounds great though. I have no idea where we went.